The NextREADY system combines the durable life skills that we looked before at life, learning, and work with the New Mexico Indigenous Instructional Scope tenets and shows how they're used in the capstone projects. The two approaches do not always line up in every way, but where they do, it's easy to see. So as you go around the circle this time, you can see an example of interpersonal skills would mean demonstrating insight into behavior, or interest in learning, or motivation, or being able to evaluate risks. So for each of these areas underneath the Indigenous Instructional Model, you get to see the example that would come from this more Western way of looking. But when you go up into the diagram itself, you'll be able to look at our database and see where projects have incorporated holistic learning. In this case, students in Bernalillo, who were problem solvers and critical thinkers, were analyzing higher order thinking questions. And in doing so, they were using their critical thinking and agency. In terms of the math they were doing of problem solving and identifying the problem, they did this in a context of holistic learning, understanding the importance of experiential learning and how it can build community. So the tenets are built right into what's going on in the classrooms every day in terms of how they are using their skills for life, learning, and work. We can go back and see examples of gaps in understanding and how those projects worked in embracing a global perspective. And we can also see it in context in how it is used at Raíces del Saber School, because the indigenous ways of knowing are woven throughout everything they're doing. When they look at their academics, they also can see how they've been honoring the elders in terms of that, as well as the community schools' key practices. So it's integrated throughout the entire system. We can search for it and find it, or in the cases of this school where it is central to their mission, it's on every page. Thanks a lot.